everybody, the Rave Element here, and welcome to another video. Now this is a review video and it's like a throwback Tuesday event since I recorded this on a Tuesday, and the reason why it's a throwback Tuesday event is because when I first started YouTube as a hobby, the very first product I reviewed was a food product. So I thought, why not let's restart the food and drink reviews. So the very first product we'll be reviewing is an Nespresso Leggero on ice. Now what this is, it's like a cafe style iced coffee that you can make inside your Nespresso machine. So let's take a look at the box, and there's not much on it apart from some writing in different languages. So now since this is an iced coffee, there is a particular way that you need to prepare it. First of all, you need to fill your glass with ice. Next, you need to put the coffee pod in your machine and extract the coffee into your cup. And finally, you need to top it up with, let's just get it in focus first. And finally, you need to top it up with cold milk or cold water. You do not want to use hot milk, obviously, since this is an iced coffee. Now, Nespresso capsules come in 3 different sizes. The first size that they come in is a ristretto, which is 25 mils. The second one is an espresso, which is 40 mils. Or the third one is a lungo, which is 110 mils. Now, all Nespresso pods are recyclable, so I highly recommend that you recycle them. Now, I opened this packet previously because the first take of this video failed. So now let's take out the pod and see what the pod looks like. So that's what the pod looks like, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but on top of the pod on the foil we have the embroidered Nespresso logo. So then let's move over to my coffee machine and let's make this coffee and review it. Okay, so I'm now at the coffee machine and I've got everything ready that we will need to prepare our iced coffee. We have got the milk. We have got an empty glass to put our pre and post flush water in. I'll explain that more later. We have got a glass filled with ice to put our coffee in. We have got the coffee pod, quite obviously, and we have got a jug filled with water. Now, the more vigilant of you would have noticed that I'm missing a spoon, something that will come very evident later on in the video. So do not forget your spoon. Now, you need to take out the water tray, or the water jug I should say, from the back of your coffee machine like I just did. Now after that, get the water from your water jug. You can also do this over the tap, but I'm just doing it from a water jug for the sake of this video. Now pour the water from your water jug into the water jug of your coffee machine. After that is done, you're going to take the water jug and place it back in place into the rear of your coffee machine. You will hear a prominent click when you know it's in place. Okay, now that the water jug is back in place, the first thing you want to do is turn on the coffee machine. Now we notice that these 4 buttons light up. This one over here is for espresso, this one here is for espresso with milk, this one here is for lungo, and this one over here is for lungo with milk. Now yes, you were correct, there was 3 different sizes on the box, however this machine can only make 2 different sizes of coffee. Now also what you want to make sure is that you want to lift up this flap over here to make sure that there is no coffee pod inside your coffee pod holder. The way you do that is just to lift up your flap and give it a quick visual inspection. After that, just place the flap firmly back down. Next, what you're going to do is get your pre-flush glass and put it underneath the nozzle of the coffee machine. Now you can also extend the drip tray if your glass will fit. However, mine is too big as it's not an espresso glass, so I have to do it with the drip tray retracted. After that, you just want to press the espresso button and it will begin the pre-flush process. Now, this is why you do a pre-flush of your coffee machine, people. It's so that you get none of this, dirty, murky water going into your coffee, and as a result, going into your body. So it's very, very important that you do a pre-flush of your coffee machine before every single use. Next, what you want to do is lift up that flap again and grab your coffee pod and put it in this direction with the bigger diameter piece facing towards you. So just pop that into the designated holder and press the flap down firmly. After that, just grab your glass and place it underneath the nozzle. Remember, if you need to, you can extend the drip tray if your glass is too low. Now, before we start this coffee, I'm just going to explain what this bit over here is. Now, this bit is the milk jug. Now this is for the use of those two other buttons that I just demonstrated. However, you do not want to use this in an iced coffee since this will make the milk hot. And for an iced coffee, we want cold milk, not hot milk. So you do not want to put the milk in the milk jug. You instead just want to pour it after it's extracted. So once your glass is in place, you want to press the espresso button since this coffee pod is designed for espresso. After that, we can see the coffee machine extracting coffee from the coffee pod and placing it into the glass. Now you can see the lovely and beautiful crema of the coffee going to the coffee glass and slowly melting the ice. Now if you wanted to, you can also just have it like this. However, I recommend you having it with some cold milk or some cold water. Now, very importantly, you want to make sure that all the drips have finished before you remove the glass. Otherwise, you're going to have coffee all over your drip tray. And especially if you did not use the extended drip tray, it's going to go all over your countertop. So very importantly, do make sure that your coffee machine has stopped dripping before you remove the glass. Next, you now want to get your cold milk or cold water and pour that into the glass. Now this is going to be a little difficult on camera, so I apologize that I was not able to get it pouring on camera. However, we have got the last few minutes and you can still see the effects that the milk makes when it reacts to the coffee. So now I am fetching to get a spoon. So with your spoon in hand, you now just want to stir the coffee up. Now once your coffee is stirred, you can just place your spoon in your sink, or what I like to do, a little handy tip, is just place your spoon in your pre and post flash glass. Now that is what the coffee looks like. And as you can see, it looks like a premium cafe style iced coffee and not the cheap shit that you get in bottles. So let's just give this a little taste. Now, it is amazing. I can honestly say that it tastes like a cafe iced coffee. It does not taste like any other supermarket bottles that you get. It tastes like an actual cafe made iced coffee. I highly recommend this if you're an iced coffee fan. Now it's got a nice taste, it's quite strong, but not too strong that it overpowers your taste buds. Now for the post flash, what I'm going to do is once again just clear the coffee pod holder by lifting up the flap and pushing it back down. Then after that, once again press the espresso button and your coffee machine will begin its post flash process. And once again, all this is doing, people, is just, releasing all the built up or residual coffee grinds or coffee inside the coffee machine and just making it clearer, cleaner and fresher for the next use. Okay, so I've now cleaned up my bench top. I'm just give it a quick wipe down after this video. So now all I want to do now is just turn off your coffee machine. And that is our finished product, people. Now the camera is not doing this justice, people. It looks very light and very weak on camera, but to the naked eye it's got a nice tan color to it and it's got a nice and strong taste. So if you're an iced coffee fan like me, I highly recommend you to get these pods if you have an espresso machine at home, as it will save you a lot of money, and more than that, it's just the convenience of having a cafe style iced coffee at home. Now if you want to, you can add sugar to your iced coffee like I do. So that about does it for this video, everybody. This is the Rave Element signing off. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this video if you liked it, comment your thoughts down below, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel as it helps me out a lot and you'll be staying up to date with my latest content. Thank you all for watching. This is the Rave Element signing off. Bye bye.